Hey guys, how are you? Okay, welcome to another episode with Business Talk with Satish Sampath. This is a different episode. Okay, I promised you a couple of days back that we are going to enhance our scope, and we instead of just keeping business on money and things, we are also going to start with the mental wellness. Okay, and to start with, we are having a psychologist in this particular interview. Before going into this, I want to give a very big thank you shout out to Mr. Vishnu and Bala for referring this particular contact. Okay, so what the person who we have here is Purna Sundaresan. Okay, she has done her UG in applied psychology and her masters in counseling psychology. She has worked with Dr. Rudran, and then after that, she has worked as a school psychologist for a couple of years, and very relevant to our channel, she is also a startup entrepreneur. Okay, she has started her own venture. The name of the venture is called Psychspire. She has started along with her friend Janani Ranganathan. Okay, though this startup is couple of years old, and this startup is all about educating people on various psychology related things, doing group therapy, and also handling people in varied forms of stress, individual groups and things like that. So this particular episode is all about understanding what is the deviated activity which nobody would like to have in their life. Okay, so basically we are going to start talking about stress, panic, anxiety, and things like that. Okay, so let's do a proper welcome. Thank you, Purna, for accepting my invitation and coming to this channel.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure being part of this initiative. So, all the best. I hope many people get benefited out of this thing.
Thank you very much. To start with, uh, just give us a small brief about Psychspire and what are you doing right now?
So, Psychspire has such is psychologically inspiring people. So, our main motive is to create awareness and the impact and importance of getting therapy. Because there is a misconception a conception that therapy is only for people who has mental disorder. No. Counseling is for everyone. Even if one feels that they are doing great, it's for their betterment, for self-awareness, for building self-esteem. There might be some lacks in their life where they be confused. So it is to bridge those things.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Purna. So let me probably start by asking you this. Okay, when life is going normal, okay, there is a huge expectations. Okay, and then few things does not happen as per expectation. I think that's the point where the problem starts.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay, so generally we are going to keep the discussion in angle where three type of audiences can understand. One is the students, another is the startup entrepreneurs, and the aspiring entrepreneurs. So my question is going to be very specific on this. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, I'm expecting few things. Okay, it is not happening. Okay, and there starts my stress. Okay, so the expectation is the starting point of a stress.
True.
Is this something which, as a psychologist, you would address first before going into the abnormality?
So the first thing is that there is nothing like we should succeed in all our attempts and all ways. For example, the more we fail, the more we tend to learn many things and in an alternative way. If we keep succeeding, that will be a straight line. If we fail, we can learn n number of things in that given time. So, and also people shouldn't be expecting the best always. It's okay to fail. Fail is part of success. It's okay to, lack somewhere. Just because your colleague succeeds every time, it doesn't mean that even you should have the same mentality. First of all, people should be open to experience, learning new things. So when you're open to learning, you can have overall exposure to many things. What if the field doesn't suit you and say there is something else that's waiting for you? So it's always better to, welcome everything, embrace whatever is happening to you.
Can people train themselves to expect a failure?
Yeah, mentally we can be prepared. See, giving the best is fine. That's all we can do. And the result is not in our hand. Sometimes, for example, even at exams, we can do our best. The teacher's mood can affect our result. And with startups, yeah, not everyone can buy our idea. It may be too fast or too low for the current trend. So we should wait. Having some patience will always take you up in life. It's
Okay,
better, wait for some time.
okay. Let's go one step ahead. So things did not happen the way that I wanted. Okay. Now my body is putting myself under some pressure. Okay. What is that I'm actually experiencing?
That's nothing but stress.
Yes. So okay. So it is a stress. So how, as a psychologist, okay, how do you recommend people should address that stress? How do they actually handle that stress?
Handling stress is not a big deal. It's so normal. First, be planned. Planning things ahead will actually make you calm. Irrespective of the outcome, be happy that you achieved or you tried something. Achievement is for the people. For you, it's just the effort you made. In the effort, in the journey, you would have learned many things. If not only for the field, even it can be applied for your personal life. And also, stress is not going to help you in any way. Stress causes you physical, mental problems. So why to put yourself in pressure? You can have healthy diet, proper sleep pattern, take time out, spend time with your family, and it's very important to spend time for yourself. Just because there are deadlines all around, it doesn't mean you have to work only for it. Spending time and doing things you love will actually make you calm and chilled out. When you're calm and chilled out, you can actually do things in a better way. That's very
Okay.
important.
And the amount of stress, the impact of stress magnifies when it comes to financial loss.
So
Why is that?
it's because it's huge investment. It's the confused area. What am I going to do next? I don't have anything to back up. My parents will question me. What if my friends comes to know and they lost their respect for me? It's better to concentrate only on yourself. If you're satisfied, it's fine. If you're willing to learn, it's fine. Please shut down your ears when it comes to other comments. People are going to be commenting on whatever you do. If they like you, yeah, they'll encourage you. If not, they're going to keep telling one thing or the other. It's upon your wish. It's okay. Finance is something huge. I'm not saying it's less. It's huge. But it's okay to learn. Day by day, if you keep learning and putting more efforts, yeah, your loss would have been 1 lakh, but your gain after 1 year or two would be 10 lakhs. So you should always have the positive thinking. Always try to replace the negative thinking with the positive thinking so that actual things work out. That's law of attraction. That's all it is about.
And it also makes a difference to have people whom you are like who are caring about you, isn't it? So like instead of just taking the entire thing as a single person, you
That's
know
true.
here. So how it's something very easy that we read in papers and things like that. Like why don't you just talk to somebody and things. How important is catharsis? Like how uh, because the viewers has to understand that it's not it's not a shame to tell your failure to somebody else. Like so that I think the technical term is called catharsis. Like where you have to just tell
Open
everything.
up, yeah.
Yeah. So just take us through. Like what happens in that. Like the entire pressure. Like if I pour the entire thing to you, am I probably taking the stress and giving it to you, or it's not like that. Just
It's
give
not like it's
Yes.
not basically like that. The more you went, the more your mind will be clear. Already your mind would have gone through many things. Your financial stuff, parents would have said something, why to start up and why to do something else. They'll Like, why don't you work in a company? Why don't you follow others' path? It's okay. People will keep commenting in that way, and even your own thoughts will be burden on yourself. It's okay to open up. It's okay to share everything. And the one thing I would like to make clear is that people generally, when people is depressed or stressed out, they won't feel like talking to anyone. So we have to note for the signs and symptoms. If someone is suddenly withdrawing themselves from a social group, if someone suddenly stop taking your calls or putting some, uploading some status or something, you have to see the signs and symptoms. Please offer yourself. Don't wait for them to come up and I'm sad. No, no one is going to say that. So we have to be more cautious about people around us. And it's okay to vent. You're not going to put the burden on someone else. It's everyone have their own space. It might take time, but it's better to vent out every weekend through. It's always that parents and friends play an important role here. If not, you don't have anyone, it's okay. Take a mobile, record whatever you feel out. Journaling would help in great ways. When each night you're going to write about what you have for the future and what you went through the day would actually help you, make you understand where you went wrong, and you can plan well ahead.
Okay, so that's very interesting. So what you're saying is that like a simple act of taking a paper and pen and writing every day will have a huge impact. Here is that is also a type of like venting out. Like instead of to
Yeah,
people,
true.
we are going to vent out in. Is my understanding right?
Yeah, true. Because we can't expect everyone to with us always, right? Some might be busy. We might be in abroad, and the time lag would be there. So in that cases, journaling would help you. As I said, it will make us prepared for a future. We can actually see what went wrong, and we can actually see a gradual improvement. Are we still there, or have we moved ahead? It will actually help you in the process.
Fantastic. Okay, so you were actually talking very nicely about this withdrawal symptom. Okay, this withdrawal symptom actually differs from people to people. Like the students may have a different withdrawal symptom. The business people may have a different, withdrawal system, symptoms and like that. As a psychologist, how do you recommend people? That is like one of the things what you said is family and friends are very important. Okay, uh, how do we actually catch that? Like maybe that's not the word actually, but how do we know that okay somebody is going through something?
As I said, they may suddenly stop taking calls, cancel the meetings, and if we are staying in the same house, yeah, they sleep. You can know their sleep patterns, eating patterns. There will be high mood swings, irritability. They will start throwing tantrums. So these are the small things we can note.
Okay, okay. And when it comes to business people, generally whatever that you are actually saying is something coming in a normal life. you know People don't pick up calls. Yeah, that is very normal for a business guy. People getting irritated as a normal every day it happens. Okay, and then like withdrawing ourselves and not talking to either it is a supplier or whoever it is, it actually happens. So whatever the withdrawal symptoms that you are actually saying, it is very difficult to catch a business people under depression, isn't it? So because it, as a normal whatever that you are saying, that is we are living the same life every day.
Yeah. So there would be a difference. At least be engaged in something. You will be engaged with your business. You will have ideas on what to do. But when a person goes through stress or anxiety, he will be all by himself. The cognition would be very low in that time. He won't be able to concentrate. The memory power would be so low, and the creative thinking, everything would be so low in that time. Whereas as you address business people would invest these things in their ideas. So there is
Okay, very interesting. You said that when people are under stress, like their power will come low. The creative thinking. But there is one small thing people generally say that if you put me under pressure, my best will come out. Is it true or is it just fact?
it differs from person to person. Not everyone is same, right? So some
Okay,
might feel they will be productive under pressure. Some might feel I need to be calm if you want to get out of me. I mean, get the best out of me. So there is a difference. It again varies from person to person. We need to understand and keep up in that speed. If you feel the person will do the best and under pressure, yeah, it's okay. He can take up pressure. but it's not with everyone.
Okay, see, my next question is, expectation gives you a form of stress. Anxiety gives you a form of stress. Okay, then what should somebody do? We should not do anything. We just do something and then keep quiet. Like which is the? Is there something like a line? It may be a fictitious and it may be a subjective line, but like to this level, you can probably like have your expectation or anxiousness, like to a level, but not more than that. Is there something which, as a psychologist, you can probably suggest to the viewers, saying that uh, what you would call like don't be too anxious? Is there a line for that?
So there is not line as such. It again varies from person to person. There are few put themselves under pressure to get the best, and they will have the high expectation. They easily get dejected once things doesn't go on their way. So the best is to do the best thing for whatever is required and wait for it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, before the result, try to deviate yourself. Spend time with your family. Try to do things you like. Go for a drive. Start painting. Whatever suits you. There is nothing like you have to do only this to get out of stress. Some painting might help someone. Some doesn't like painting. So again, depends on one person to the other. But it's just that don't keep thinking only about it. You have any number of things in life. If you're a foodie, you can go food hunt. If you like driving, yeah, you can go drive. So it's again
So
like
the passion helps a lot, isn't it?
yeah, it helps you to stop sticking to that particular thing.
Okay. Now let us say that somebody has crossed that line. Like he is not normal. He is in a point where he has to come for therapy. Okay. Let us probably put it across in singular. Let's say I'm under tremendous pressure. Okay. Because I'm under pressure, my thinking is not working properly. Okay. So what are the symptoms which I should know so that I will know, yes, I have crossed the line. So I cannot solve myself. I have to go for a therapy. So is there something like a symptom, like will I become a maniac and then only I have to come, or can I introspect myself at some point in time?
It's
What is
a
that line?
it's a very good and useful question because people always have that doubt: when should I seek a counselor? When should I go for a therapy? Is it the right time? The best answer would be okay. Yeah, everyone goes through stress. Everyone gets anxious. Everyone goes to depression. It's just that the intensity and the duration of it. I can feel sad for one day, but it prolongs. And yeah, sadness is fine, but being sad for 2 months and not able to do or concentrate on with the work, when when particular feeling or particular emotion is affecting your day to day life, when it comes to personal life, family time, when it comes to work, if it, uh, if it, I'm sorry, yeah, if it's affecting you in a day to day life, yeah, it's high time you need to seek therapy. And I just want to make it clear, therapy is for everyone, as I said. You should not feel shame to seek out for help. You're doing the best for yourself. You're saving yourself. That's where self-love steps in. If you love yourself, you won't be, you know it's better to go seek out therapy than to sit in a corner, cry for days and months, spoiling yourself, and on seeing you, your friends, your parents would go through the same thing.
Yeah, that's very sad, isn't it? Wow. Okay. See, let me again go to the one step forward. Okay, now I know that it is wrong. I know I have to come to therapy. Okay, let me probably say that like I'm seeking Purna. Okay, so I'm coming and I'm meeting you. You would have met a lot of people. You actually said that you have seen with stress, anxiety, and terminal patients also. Like you have straightforward question, Purna. Like do they actually easily come out of it, or it is kind of difficult?
It's a process basically.
Okay.
So few who are willing to come by themselves, yeah, it would be easy. For few, it would be the parents or friends pressure. Please, can you go for therapy? It's high time. I'm not able to bear. So for them, it will take time for them to, actually accept them. I mean, accepting themselves that they are going through something, and then to come out of it. It's a bit long process.
So the first process is I have to first accept that I have a
Yeah.
problem.
It's
Okay.
okay. Everyone will feel stressed. Everyone feels depressed. It's okay. Embrace your emotions. Come in reality with it. Accept yourself the way you are. Because no one will keep saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. Beyond the point, it will be fake. Let it be your life partner, let it be your parents, siblings, whoever it is. You can't always expect someone else to be in your position or be there for you. Beyond the point, people might have their own time. They need some their own space. So that is when you have to accept. So if you place it in the first place, start accepting you in the very well, things will go on easily for you.
Okay, fantastic. My next small thing. I think everybody may have the same point. The thing is that like if I have a physical problem, okay, my headache is there, throat is not good, something is there, okay, I go to my doctor, okay, and I don't have any problems in that, okay. Even if my physical body is having major thing, let's say a fracture, this problem, that problem, there is also a big branding when it comes to hospitals. But when it comes to psychotherapy, why is there is a big shake inside, like everybody is saying that if I go to psychotherapist, then it should be confidential, secret, and it cannot be told to anybody, like there is a big stigma which has been created in this, whether it is created by people or whether it is created purposefully by somebody. Just little bit of a history on how this stigma created in this, Purna, and how do you suggest that people should come out of this stigma, and like they should address whatever that they are having, just like how they are going to hospital, they can seek psychologist also.
So the first thing I would say is it's a huge role to be played by cultural influence. If I'm going to say my mom that mom, I'm not feeling good, I need to go and consult a psychologist or a psychiatrist, she'll be like, no, 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 you're okay. Why do you want to go there? So that kind of stigma prevails everywhere. As a psychologist, it's advised for us to seek therapy once in a while. But even if I'm going to tell my mom, Amma, I need to go for a therapy, she's not going to say, okay, you're a psychologist. Why do you need a therapy? You know everything by yourself. No. And also, it's fear of being judged. If I'm going to say that I'm going to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, people think I'm mentally ill. As I said, it's for everyone. Everyone goes through everything. It's okay to open up, because when you don't open up and you have the fear of being judged, you're putting yourself even low. Your self confidence, self esteem, everything comes down, and you tend to or gradually create depression. You're putting yourself in a place where you won't be helped. It's better to open up, make people understand I'm going through this. I accept I'm sad, I stressed out, so I need some help. And I don't think this problem is with this generation. I have many clients who are about 25. So things are slowly changing. Back then, it was very bad, where people literally have to cover their faces, come to a psychiatrist, and they don't say no. I'm going to a psychiatrist. No, I'm going to a psychologist. No, they feel ashamed because they have the fear of being judged, and it's going on.
Yeah, and it is changing. According to you, it is actually changing. That
Yeah.
that is good. That is good. Okay. See, let us take the discussion to a different line of it. Okay. The one is that now there is a form of stress which went into abnormality, and that is the point where we will have to capture it. Let us go one step forward. I have missed that. Okay. And there is always a possibility that can go to the extreme version of, let's say, terminal. I don't want to use few words in this, let's say terminal. Uh, and as per the statistics in India, the terminal level of stress is actually every day it is going very high. Okay.
Yeah.
One small observation which I have noted personally, Purna, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, is that the the singular profession, for example, somebody is a lawyer, somebody is an actor, somebody is a how to say chartered accountant, like it's all based on that one guy. Okay, that singular uh, uh, those say model. okay, or anybody for that matter, see, we are all part of corporates, okay, our pressure is also high, okay. uh, on the other hand, the news what I'm actually reading, once there is a structure of organization which is being set up, okay, I'm not sure whether those guys are cool with it or something like that, but what I'm reading is only this, that singular based activity, that self-employed based activity, there is a very high, range where the terminal cases are there, okay. Is my reading correct? If my reading is correct, like what should those guys do? Is it something which is like, because they are single, it is coming, so better you employ 10 people so that you'll be safe, or how it is?
So in that case, yeah, you have to carry the whole stress all by yourself. It's okay to, divide the level of work among others, so that there'll be each person to take care of something that you don't have to worry. You have to take care of the most important things. So it's okay to, allow people to work for yourself. And also, when it comes to that case, it will also have something to do with personality. There are few personalities, who won't be able to act when they are stressed up. That is when they take extreme steps. So it's like,
Okay, fantastic. So as a psychologist, like just to how to say, just to give some pointers to the viewers, maybe five good things that you should probably carry through, or something, like if I can take a printout and put it in front of me, that will be, if I keep reading it, like I can, give me some pointers like that.
yeah. First thing is, do the best, and until the result, try to divert yourself. Stop thinking only about it, because that's not going to help you, and you're going to attract more stress, which is obviously is going to change in your eating pattern, sleeping pattern, and yeah, you will have weight issues. So in that time, I mean during that period, take a time out. Try to spend time with your friends, family, do something you love. And also, physical exercise would help you in a tremendous way. The more you exercise, the more you will feel, okay, fine, I'm kind of able to manage your own emotions. And try to accept the way you are. Rather than complaining, no, I'm not able to do this, I'm not able to, it's okay, I'm not able to do this, so what? I will be able to succeed next time. Try to accept yourself. The more you're being harsh on yourself, the more it will take time for you to succeed. And it's okay to, consult people. Tell your friend, I'm not doing good. Tell your mother, I'm stressed out. It's okay to open up. The more you vent, the more your mind will be free.
Fantastic. Okay, so I think this will be very useful for anybody who is actually seeing this. So I will also type out all these things and put it in the description of this video so that people can, read through this and maybe make it like a.
Yeah, I forgot about journaling. So journaling is the first step which is going to help you in all the ways for your future, and to know where you made mistake, and it's a personal space for venting without depending on anyone.
Perfect. So journaling, what I think your meaning is, take a paper and pen and write it. That's all.
Yeah,
So journaling may look like a very technical term. All it means is, like take a paper
diary
and pen,
writing.
write. Yeah, write,
Yeah.
write a diary. That's all. So keep it confidential, or keep it to, show it to loved ones. That's people's choice. For everybody to be very happy and healthy, like what are all the things that they should do?
Self acceptance, self love. That's more than enough.
Okay.
Accept the way you are and start loving yourself, you will be able to do things which you won't even imagine.
Okay.
And try to spread happiness. If you feel someone is not, kind of socially withdrawing, is not like before, it's okay. You need not wait for them to make initiative and say, I'm sad. It's okay to step in into their boundaries and ask if they need any help. Or if you feel they still don't open up, bring them along to a professional. Because beyond a point, you can say, only I can be there for you. But when it comes to serious disorder, there is a role for a professional.
Perfect. Fantastic. So one of the things which we keep in this channel is we try to keep everything less than 30 minutes. So thank you so much for your time, Purna. So one of the big learnings of this is, like self love. Try to spread happiness. In case your friends or family members are showing with signs of withdrawal, you be bold, pull them out, take them to a therapist. So this is fantastic, and thanks a lot for your time, Purna. It was lovely
Thank
talking
you.
to you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.